honor to...
Early in February this year, 4 heads of state, including Rwanda and Uganda, gathered in Katuna to try and resolve the ongoing tension between the two countries,
which provides for free movement of people, goods, services.
Because Uganda seeks openly a cooperative and collaborative relations with Rwanda, like other neighboring countries and states.
It was subsequently resolved that both Kampala and Kigali continue exchanging information that will allow for the verification of all issues raised in the meeting. Now, in an exclusive interview with Nation Media Group, Rwandan President Paul Kagame revealed that the relations between the two countries are yet to be resolved.
It hasn't gotten worse. It is either where it was that time or it has got better. In a situation where there is not so much good news, I think that's good news, that nothing got worse. We can only expect for the better.
In the meantime, Kagame, who is also the current chairperson of the East African Community, wants the region to emphasize efforts to recover from the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic.
Especially in the area of services, hospitality, tourism sector, and things that are affected by lack of movement of people, of goods, the slowdown, and so on.
Kagame admits to the notion that has been on the minds of many that earlier efforts to contain the outbreak of COVID-19 within East Africa were hampered by a lack of clear communication between member states.
The communication wasn't as fast or as easy as it should have been, including maybe the networks were not very efficient as we have today.
According to him, the pandemic further exposed the inadequacies within the respective countries' health infrastructure.
I think the pandemic has exposed a lot of things in terms of weaknesses, whether it is East African community as a region or the continent as a whole. In actual fact, the whole world has been found wanting in many ways.
But Kagame believes that there are lessons to be learned as well.
There is a need for better coordination, working together. There is a need for individual countries, infrastructure generally, and specifically the public health infrastructure.
But for this to happen, cooperation between all member states will also have to be ensured.
Even if there would be different circumstances and conditions, or even understanding of what the pandemic constitutes generally, we still have more in common and to work around together than not.
The chairperson of the East African Community also believes that it's time to rekindle efforts at regional unification.
We have to address and avoid that falling apart. But you'll appreciate indeed that there are these difficulties, and even now complicated further by the pandemic and different things like that.
He admits that in a bid to foster this union, relations between Rwanda and Burundi will also have to be resolved.
I will speak for Rwanda. We are looking forward to improving things. But saying that implies so many things. There is what we can do, there is what the others can do, the Burundi can do. So we are hoping to normalize, to improve things. So we are left to do what we need to do, all of us, and I think things can improve. I'm always optimistic.
For now, the member countries within the East African region are using different approaches to bring their economies back on track as they rally against the effects of COVID-19. Joyce Nakato, NTV Weekend Edition.
To you, keep safe, and thank you for your time.